child is different. So we like to look at each of our kids, and Flatbush is basically catered to the needs of each child.
Our perspective also, the core value of a Jewish education is Orthodox Jewish education. Something that Flatbush gives as well, which is a strong foundation of secular education to succeed in the secular world as an Orthodox Jew.
They train the children for life to do chesed. The Flatbush student thinks that that's a normal, regular thing to do, just to volunteer and be involved and to be able to do all that chesed, and it's not. It's special and it's unique.
Ivrit Be'Ivrit, which I'm very happy to see is vibrant at Flatbush. We wanted them to get a well-rounded education and have a foundation from which they could succeed in college.
The priority is to get the tools to be a participatory, helpful leader within the Jewish community, both here and in Israel, for the rest of your life. Even the students who may not have done the best or excelled the most, if you do graduate, you will have that. I mean, it's really almost like being given an incredible toolbox. And then you have this connection with the alumni forever.
As much as you want comfort and you children want to go to school with their friends, you can't sacrifice their education, and you also need to make sure that they're prepared for the real world.
Flatbush is a miniature version of what the real world is going to be like, and the kids are able to explore that within a safe environment. Before they go out to the real world, they get a real sense of the juggling between academics, extracurricular, social, involvement, caring, chesed, so many different facets to each person.
And we knew that this Flatbush would be able to provide them with that foundation. At the same time, they had a great social life. I mean, they really had a wonderful
They got involved in
yeah.
wonderful extracurricular activities.
The main pillars of what we're taught there haven't changed. And the priorities at Yeshivah of Flatbush, I think, are still extremely unique, even among the Jewish day school, yeshiva, high school world.
I think one of the gifts that we have at Flatbush is you have teachers who really know your kids. And I've always been struck how not only do they know the names, they know their emotional status or maturity. And they're able to really guide the parents and the children to the right place. So it's really remarkable.
They're able to explore the different multitudes of personalities within themselves.
Our last two children are just 11.5 months apart. And I was a little apprehensive because they're so different. And I was a little worried, would the teacher compare them? You know, would one be at a disadvantage? And I found when I went in for parent-teacher conferences that the teacher really knew them to a T, and they were never compared.
There's a spirit in the air of Flatbush High School, and it's just something you feel when you're there, when you're in the halls.
We've been in yeshivas in St. Louis, Baltimore, and New York, and throughout our journey, I've always had to come into an office to help support Marilyn's vision of what the children should be taught.
We wish we were in Flatbush High School. Between the color war, between the activities, between...
Our kids tease us, we live through them.
We live through our children in Flatbush High School.
And the only thing I could say is whenever I came into the administrative offices at Flatbush for the last 5 years was only to give them praise on what they're doing.
Everything's so special, and it's a privilege to be there and to be part of it.
You can have a lot of options that are a little bit more comfortable to a homogenous community. You can do all those things. But the parents who are sending their kids to Flatbush now are saying it's not only about standardized tests, it's not only about their social comfort, it's about, this is the school where everyone knows there's going to be a little bit more expected of them.
Kids don't mind working hard, and they don't mind if they're learning and if they're in a supportive environment. And that's what he had at Flatbush.
In today's day and age, with all the social media and all the competition for our kids' attention, it's amazing that Flatbush is still able to get our kids focused on the right things and give them enough outlets to compete with what's going on out there in a healthy atmosphere, to maintain the social outlets, and really give these kids a chance to really develop confidence in who they are in an environment that really you can't get anywhere.
I still think it's almost as courageous and shows a great investment in the soul of your child to send them to Yeshivah of Flatbush now.